We're going to start it off with a little presentation. So, homeless veteran, anything helps. How many of y'all have seen a sign like this, just walking down the street, riding to work? By a quick show of hands, how many of you guys have seen something like this? Right? Now, how many of you stop, maybe talk to that person, maybe get something, give them something? Not as many, right? So, normally when we think of veterans, we think of bold, courageous, honorable. They're kind of like our superheroes, right? Our modern day superheroes. However, when you throw that homeless in front, for some reason, the homeless overshadows the veteran part. You start thinking about all the negative aspects that possibly led them to becoming homeless, rather than the fact that they probably gave up their home, left this country, went on to fight for you to live in your home. And then we forget that. We forget the veteran part, we just focus on the homeless part. It's an issue of perception. And we have to remember, everyone needs help. So we have to remember to think about those people and think about what they sacrificed. We sometimes take for granted the fact that we can go home, live in our own houses. We don't have to worry about where we're staying tonight. We're not staying under an overpass. We're not having to go scramble for food. We forget about those things. So that's something to think about. My name is Hasnain. This is Hauglie. This is Anton, and this is Zachary. And we are the Hearts into Homes Committee at the University of Texas at Dallas.
There are 49,933 homeless veterans in the United States, and that number represents 11% of the total homeless population. Veterans are more likely than normal civilians to experience homelessness due to their low socioeconomic status. After returning from war, many suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder, and over 54% have mental and physical disabilities. Additionally, 2/3 of them have substance abuse issues. Now, this causes the veterans to often experience difficulty in returning to civilian life and finding employment.
So, Habitat for Humanity is actually doing some incredible things right now. Actually, back in August of 2011, they started two things. They started the Veteran Corps, the Vet Corps, and the Repair Corps. So what the Vet Corps does is it provides affordable housing for veterans. So they partner with different companies such as the Home Depot Foundation to help fund the housing projects, and they give the veterans affordable housing and different things. And then what the Repair Corps does is it provides free repairs to veterans' homes, such as like a roof repair, or they also provide modifications to the homes. So wounded warriors could, like certain accessibility things, maybe a ramp, maybe a chair up the stairs, so different things like that. So these are really good programs, and the partnerships with the companies fund these things, but they also provide loans to the veterans to help pay the houses off. And one thing about these loans is they're no interest loans. So the veterans aren't paying any interest, and they're also well below market value, because there's something called sweat equity, they like to call. The veterans actually put in about 300 hours into building their own homes with other veterans, and it's a really cool thing because, like, to deal with the post-traumatic stress, they partner with other veterans, so they kind of have a community to build their own home. So it's like there are many different benefits to it. I'm going to pass it back to Hauglie to talk about the problem a little more.
Now, our proposed solution is to raise awareness on campus with the help of organization leaders at UTD. Now, we want to eliminate the homeless veteran issue by providing housing for them. Now, Anton will talk about the goals in order to achieve it.
Hearts into Homes has a few goals when it comes to this project. For Habitat for Humanity, UT Dallas, and homeless veterans, we have three main goals. The first main goal that Hearts into Homes has as an organization is to provide Habitat for Humanity with a steady flow of volunteer support for their building projects. Our proposal consists of 16 house building projects throughout each semester, which will be fueled by the volunteer support of UT Dallas's very own student organizations. The aim is to utilize UT Dallas's eager students to provide the manpower for building homes for the homeless veterans. We want to be involved with the home building process during these 16 builds across the semesters, and we plan to accomplish these in order to support Habitat for Humanity. Hearts into Homes as an organization aims to impact UT Dallas campus in a positive way. Our committee will be organizing fundraisers and as well as raising awareness about homeless veterans in order to further spread awareness across the campus. These fundraisers will function as opportunities to engage the students of UT Dallas, to explain the problem of homeless veterans, and to rally support for the upcoming projects. The ideas that we have for fundraising include selling food and exciting events like hamburgers for the homeless or hosting chili cook-offs. Our overarching goal for our veterans is to lower the statistics of homeless veterans. All of our effort comes down to producing life changes for these veterans. We will accomplish that goal by directing the hearts that the students of UT Dallas have for these veterans into homes for these veterans.
Alright, so for our marketing campaign, we want to first place our focus on putting flyers around the campus. We want to really gain the students' attention as they walk into each building, and we want to catch their eye and get them talking about the upcoming project. So next, we want to turn our focus to the leaders of the organizations around the campus. There are roughly 300 organizations, both big and small, around UTD, and we want to really rally support behind them, with them for this project. So we also plan on incorporating social media such as Facebook and Twitter, and we want to connect more directly with students through those resources. We also plan on using the UT Dallas webpage so that it will be more easily accessible to everyone. So to move on to the manpower, we have to determine how many people we'll need. So we want to utilize every weekend of the 16-week semester, so that's 16 weekends, which means it'd be 16 student organizations volunteering. We would have one student organization volunteering each Saturday and Sunday, and we would have 20 people from each of those organizations. So that comes out to roughly 320 volunteers per semester. So for the budget, we based it on 320 volunteers, and we plan on raising funds to cover costs of transportation, lunches, t-shirts, and marketing. So after speaking with various busing companies and getting rentals and gas prices, stuff like that, we came out to transportation costs of $900, which is also 15% of our budget. We then determined how much it would cost to feed 320 people 2 meals, one for Saturday and one for Sunday, and came out with $2,560, or 43% of the budget. Next, we looked at how much t-shirts would cost, and that's basically to, rally support, and it's another form of advertisement. And that was $2,240, which also is 37% of the budget. And finally, for the marketing, our main cost is going to be the flyers, and those will just cost $300 and will be only 5% of the budget. So the total per semester comes out to $6,000. So for the chamber, their cost would be $3,000 per semester. So we would like to propose a contract for 2 years with the chamber, covering 4 semesters to get more organizations involved and really keep the project alive. So for the 4 semesters, it would cost an estimated $24,000, and we would be asking for $12,000 from the chamber over the 2 years. I'll pass it back to Anton. He'll talk about the benefits.
So you might be wondering, what does UTD get out of a project like this? UTD as a whole will see numerous benefits throughout each semester of projects. These fundraisers and awareness raisers will generate unity in our students through contributing to something that is greater than themselves and helping out with these homeless veterans. Not only would a dedicated committee, the one that we propose, unite the campus, but UTD would also be able to pride itself in having a committed student body who cares about social issues such as homeless veterans. This in itself would provide UTD with strong credibility for a positive reputation. Furthermore, imagine the impact a project like this could have on someone like a freshman who doesn't know how to get involved on campus. Or think about a junior who is looking for a chance to lead something beneficial. these are the kind of opportunities that we can provide to bring the campus closer together.
So Habitat for Humanity, one of the things they really need is consistent volunteers. So that's the one thing we'd really be providing them is consistent volunteers every weekend throughout a semester. And we plan to keep this going through multiple semesters. The fact that we are like doing the t-shirt thing as well, so we're marketing on campus, we're creating more visibility for the problem. So that's one thing we really are focusing on is creating more awareness and really getting people to start thinking about that. So when they walk by that homeless person, they're really thinking about the issue. They're not just thinking about, oh, he's homeless or something. So that's what we're really trying to do. And the fact that we're showing this problem to the future leaders of our community, the students at UTD who are going to go on to be professionals very soon in their own companies, we're kind of like in an indirect way advertising to other companies as well. Because they're going to have this idea in the back of their minds, and when they go to their companies, they can propose these ideas to their companies and try to bring more benefits to Habitat in the form of sponsorships. So that's something we're focusing on as well. And it's very, very important to increase the awareness of this problem because, I mean, as you guys have all said, you have seen homeless veterans throughout the city, so we're trying to fix this problem. And I'll pass it back to Hauglie to talk about the benefits for the chamber.
So not only are we providing housing for our veterans, we are providing them a safe community to live in. Now in Dallas Habitat communities, crime drops an average of 39%, and the children of the homeowners are 20% more likely to graduate from high school. Also, the Dallas Habitat homeowners pay around $2 million in property taxes each year. Studies have also shown that each dollar invested by this organization generates around $3.18 in local economic activity. To conclude, we would like to stress the importance of giving back to those who sacrificed almost everything to protect the freedoms we have today. This project also gives students a great volunteer experience, which is looked at by employers. And since we are able to utilize the resources around campus and through Habitat for Humanities, this project is relatively inexpensive. Thank you for your time, and with your help, we want to help our veterans in need. Are there any questions?
Any questions?
You mentioned the Home Depot Foundation. Does the Home Depot Foundation already work with or alongside Habitat for Humanity?
Yes, they're current partners. They actually have a little application process for veterans as well. So some veterans are actually chosen through that process. And then Habitat partners with Home Depot. Home Depot provides supplies and funding, and Habitat provides the volunteers for the homes.
Great, thank you.
Okay, without questions, 12:25. Questions take you up to